one and I stand on that. You and me, babe, that's black on black. Black on black. Black on black.
I want to talk about Caitlin Clark. There's some good news this Caitlin Clark. And can we let me just admit, I felt like she was a good player, but I was having my Isaiah Thomas moment. You know, when he said if Larry Bird was black, he would just be another good player. I did feel that way about her, but I'm admitting now that my reaction was in reaction to the reaction.
Yeah.
Like I was sick of y'all, where y'all been?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all putting this person on the pedestal. I've seen 10 times better players than that in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not going to tell me Lynette Woodard and even, I mean, there were New York legends like Rosetta Guilford. I mean, you know, Olympians like, you know, like there were people that she would have no work for. Like they just would obliterate her. Nikki McCrimmon, you know, like I grew up covering this stuff. So I'm like, I haven't seen better players. Tamara Ponte.
Well, she's not the best player in the WNBA right now.
Correct.
Like forget all time, right? So like
correct.
As of right now, she's not the best. And I say this as a complete fan of hers. Like this isn't no shade to her or anything. Like it's sad that we have to talk about it that way, as if someone would take it as shade. It's like saying when LeBron was a rookie, if we was like, well, he's not the best yet, but yeah, he's really good. What you mean not the best yet? We don't even expect anyone to say something like that. We're like, of course he's not the best yet. What, dummy? But yeah, she became the focal point for a lot of racial grievance and the race war by proxy in America. And I think it made people feel like they need to pick sides. And you know me, I'm a basketball purist. I love basketball. It's my favorite sport. Even as I acknowledge racism in America, there's nothing more beautiful to me than somebody that just got a cold game. I don't care. Larry Bird had a cold ass game. I never was a fan of like the Boston Celtics, but I mean, I have to admit he was doing it to my favorite players, right? Caitlin Clark, very similar in that she just got a cold ass game. I don't find it anything bad in giving her props, but the thing I was talking to my friend, I was talking to Bomani Jones about this, and I said, you know what, man? It makes me feel like Larry Bird would have been forced to say something. If what a fan quote unquote is now was what it was like back then, I feel like even someone as neutral as Larry Bird, who's like, I just play basketball and I only care about basketball, I feel like they would have had to make him say something, not because of black people, for the record, because the people that have racial grievances against black people, they're so overt with it. It used to be a time where I just understood you was racist, but it was wink, wink. You know what I mean?
Correct.
You know, I just don't like basketball. They all lazy. They get paid too much. I'm like, this feels coded, but I can't get you to prove it. Yeah. But this Caitlin Clark thing, man, they went way above and beyond with it, saying black people were jealous of her, black players were trying to hurt her and all this stuff. And they made her have to say something. And it kind of sucks for her, because I understand it's a lot to take on at 22. You from Iowa. You ain't grow up around black people. You ain't born in the struggle. You ain't read anti-racism and all that stuff. And you plop down and become like the headline rookie for a lot of people. And it's like, you're going to be our white girl savior. It's like, whoa. I just want to play some ball. I heard they was fouling you, girl. Did you know they did it because you're white? And so they made her have to say something. I'm so glad she did, but damn.
Yeah. No, she's Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. I'm okay with it. There are some that believe that she probably shouldn't, including an owner of the team. That. Yeah. So I'm going to play that because I read her book this year. The owner of the Mystics, Sheila Johnson. I read her book. She was married to Bob Johnson. She was instrumental. She was the reason why we got BET. Read the book. Please read her book, her memoir. It is, I don't know how Bob Johnson walks out in public, like with his chest out after the stuff that she laid in this book. And then Deborah Lee either. I said, oh my goodness, y'all are some despicable people out here just chest out. Accountability is important. Shout out to Sheila Johnson. She was on CNN recently, and this is what she said about Caitlin Clark receiving the Athlete of the Year.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark. It's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. And I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
There has been, this phrase has been couched, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have?
Well, Sheila Johnson,
Because when
you know why. And I'm not mad at them picking her because she was a lightning rod.
Yeah, I also feel like
a lightning rod. I'm not mad at her being.
It would be antithetical to what they've done in the past to suddenly switch up. It's like Michael Jordan comes in and be like, well, really, it's everybody. It's like, no. It's okay to admit. And for the record, Time, whatever of the year, is not necessarily an honor. Like, it doesn't mean because everybody was Trump gonna be the person of the year. Clearly it's not because they're like, wow, it's a meritocracy. It's what dominated the sports culture. By proxy, this is a nod to the WNBA because it's when you put the WNBA athlete on the cover, what you're saying is this woman moved all of sports. Like this conversation harnessed everything over the Olympics, over NBA, NFL, all that stuff. This is what people wanted to talk about. This is what they were drawn to. And I know within the article, they do talk, and I think that's one of the reasons I don't have a problem with it. Within the article, they talk about these issues. So she has to come out and give some comments about it, which is the whole point to me, because I always felt that people were putting words in her mouth or assuming stuff. And I'm like, nah, when she get a chance to say, y'all gonna see, because I could hear just the press conference she was giving after the game was like, nah, I want to be in this league. Maya Moore, my favorite player. That's why I emulate her. She said she wanted people to reach out to her and mentor her throughout the, like, I know a racist when I hear one. Okay. I know what they gonna sound like.
Yes, and that's not Caitlin Clark. But anyone listening to Urban View Mornings this morning, Lamont King, Dr. Greg Carr did one of the most amazing breakdowns of this very topic this morning. It was like in the second hour. I was driving around, had to pull over and just listen. I wanted to call in. It was just incredible.